Okay, we're going to review a little Jim Beam Black Label Double Aged 8-year. This is some good stuff. This is a pretty fresh bottle. I haven't been drinking a lot of it lately. I've been more or less drinking a lot of the other stuff I've had. The Old Crow Reserve, Jack Daniels, Gentleman Jack, and stuff like that. Mostly. But in my experience with Jim Beam Black, the 8-year stuff is double aged, is not bad bourbon. 43% alcohol by volume, so it's an 86 proof whiskey. Got a little bit on my hand there. Almost smells like mouthwash. Funny enough. It's a very smooth smelling bourbon, you know, it's not too off-putting. The color on it is what a bourbon pretty much is. It's a little lighter than usual for a bourbon. Poured it into a frickin' beer glass because I don't really have anything else, but I don't give a shit. I just drink the shit and don't care. Not like it's gonna really affect anything. But anyway. Very good bourbon. Fairly woodsy, almost minty, very close to mint. If you're a little buzzed like I am, probably it's going to taste a little like mint. The aging does help it. I do have to say that Black Label is good shit. Smooth, very smooth. Especially if you've had about 5 or 6 glasses of different whiskeys like I've had by now. Jim Beam Black Double Aged is very smooth indeed. It's definitely one of the better bourbons I've had so far. Though, well, funny enough, the cheapest one I've had, the Old Crow Reserve, which is still made by Beam, is still on my top list. The Old Crow Reserve, I think I only paid $11 for, and it's at the top of my list right now. Oddly enough. That may change because I'll be trying Bullet Bourbon soon enough. Bullet Bourbon and maybe Woodford's, depending on what I can get. But this Jim Beam is a hell of a whiskey. Definitely warm your innards on a colder November day. Yeah, it's smooth, alright. For a bourbon, that's smooth shit. That's good stuff. I have to start drinking more of this stuff. Not a bad label either on it. Good design. Whoever came up with the design and the label and everything deserved a commendation. That's a cool little bottle. Cap's pretty cool too. Yeah, that's a pretty cool little bottle. I like that. Design's pretty cool. 86 proof. God, that shit's smooth. That's smooth shit. I can drink that fairly easily. For being 86 proof, that's pretty smooth. Yeah, that's not. Maybe this is worth the extra money. I think with a tablespoon of water, this stuff would be extraordinary. Mind you, I'm just drinking this out of the bottle. I'm not adding anything to it. I'm not even letting it breathe a little bit at all. That's a tasty bourbon. That's a way tasty bourbon. Not much chemical aftertaste to it at all. It's very well balanced. There isn't much hang up there. You don't get a blast of wood. You just get a very well balanced whiskey. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost minty. I could use this stuff as mouthwash. If I was making about $1 million a month. Joking. I was making a little more than I do now. I probably would use this stuff as mouthwash. But it's good bourbon to drink. That is good shit. Wow. Let's see. I've had Gentleman Jack tonight. I've had this. I've had Old Crow. I've had Scotch. So 4 glasses so far. We're doing pretty good. Gonna get comfortable. What would I rate Jim Beam Black Double Aged? I'm gonna give it a 9.5. I'm gonna give it almost a 10, you know. For what it is, it's extraordinary. Very good stuff. 93 Jim Black Bourbon, compared to several top-selling North American whiskeys. The highest rated North American whiskey. Beverage Testing Institute, Inc. 2008 Professional Tasting, Chicago, Illinois. All trademarks are property of their respective owners. Our premium 86 proof double-aged bourbon spends 8 years in new-charred white oak barrels. That's twice as long as original Jim Beam, and it's those 4 extra years of aging that give Jim Beam Black its unique full-body flavor with smooth caramel and warm oak notes. Distilled and bottled by the James B. Beam Distilling Company. Beam at Claremont in Frankfort, Kentucky, USA. I was born in Edgewood, Kentucky. Edgewood, so that's maybe why I like it so much. Good bourbon. Good shit. Not easy to find a good bourbon these days, but that Jim Beam Black, I have 2 good ones. The Beam Black and the Old Crow Reserve, and I definitely recommend those 2 if you pick them up. You won't be spending much more than $35 between the 2. And that's what I about spent buying those 2. Because that Beam Black is, I think it was like 24, and the Old Crow was like 10 or 11. And the Old Crow Reserve was a hell of a bargain for its price. I'd put it up there with a $25 Black Label Beam. I'll be doing another review on the Old Crow Reserve next. So, if you watch this, thanks. Anyway, I'll be ending this review. We drank Jim Beam Black out of a pint glass here in November of 2014 at 11/11. That was good whiskey. I'll end this in saying this is a highly recommended bourbon by me. This Jim Beam Black is good stuff. Mighty fine indeed. I like the bottle design and I like the whiskey. Anyway, I'll end this saying thank you. Cheers.